To start this question, we'll always read the prompt first, and here the prompt is basically telling us find the one that works the best grammatically. So this is a grammar question here. And you can see in the answer choices that we have a choice between the colon and the long dash. And so let's take a second to talk about the colon, the semicolon, which is not here, but you need to know it anyway, and the long dash. The semicolon is used for two independent clauses. By the way, a clause has a subject and a verb, like John jumped or he fell. So the verb is obviously jumped, and the subject is the subject because it's the one that is doing the verb. John is the one who jumped. So if you have two independent clauses, you can put a semicolon in between or a comma fanboys. You can also say John jumped, comma, and he fell, because fanboys words are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. So right here, I could have a semicolon or a comma and a fanboys. For the colon, the rule is that the first part is an independent clause and the second part is anything that describes the first part. The word anything there is really important because it could be a single word or a full independent clause or almost anything in between. So one example is, there was only one thing Scooby could do, run. So there you have the independent clause. There was only one thing Scooby could do, something that sounds like it could be its own sentence, followed by something describing what Scooby could do, run. Finally, for the long dash, one long dash is a colon, counts as a colon, and two counts as a set of parentheses. So we could replace our colon example with a long dash. We can say, there was only one thing Scooby could do, long dash, run. So we're using it exactly like we would use a colon. And we can also say, Scooby, who knows Shaggy, ran. In other words, we're using two long dashes like a set of parentheses. So now that we have a little background on special punctuation, let's go ahead and make sense of this question. So, as we're reading it, a harpsichord may look just like a piano, but the difference is easy to hear. When a harpsichord's keys are pressed, the strings inside the blank are plucked, not struck. So in other words, we're just mentioning the instrument here, but we actually don't really have any need for all of this special punctuation. It simply says, when a harpsichord's keys are pressed, the strings inside the instrument are plucked, not stuck. So that's good the way it is, and we don't need to get complicated with any of this punctuation. So the answer here is B.